Hello learners. Today we will deal with the topic measure of dispersion. Dispersion is the measure of variation in the values of variable. It measures the degree of scatteredness of the observation in a distribution around the central value. Means dispersion, as the name is dispersion, it measures the scatteredness of the observation in the distribution. Commonly used measures of dispersion are range, quartile deviation, mean deviation, and standard deviation. Like we have studied earlier, that commonly used measure of central tendency are mean, mode, and median. Similarly, commonly used measure of dispersion are range, quartile deviation, mean deviation, standard deviation. What is range? The range is the difference between two extreme observations of the distribution. Means range of the distribution is maximum value minus minimum value. Now next, these are the things. Now we will study each topic separately, like what is mean deviation, what is the standard deviation, what is variance, range we have already done that, maximum value minus minimum value, what is quartile deviation. So here we will first study mean deviation for ungrouped data or individual observation. As I have discussed earlier, that as we have discussed in earlier, that there are three type of series. One is individual series, another is discrete, and another one is grouped series, or we can tell it in continuous series. So first we will find out the mean deviation for ungrouped data or individual observation. Individual observation means one means particular observation, single observation are there, and we have to find the mean deviation. So for the individual observation, mean deviation formula is 1 by n, summation of I is equal to 1 to n. In mod you have to write xi minus a, and 1, or xi minus a can be written as di. So di is nothing but xi minus a. So this is the formula, means it is a little bit similar to the formula of mean. Only one thing we are doing, that summation in mean, generally what we are doing, summation of xi divided by, in mean we are generally summation of xi divided by n, this we are doing. But while finding mean deviation, what you have to do, in xi you have to subtract a, that will be assumed mean value, assumed value you have to subtract, then you have to find out the mean deviation. So first see, with the help of one example you will understand more properly that how to calculate the mean deviation. And one more thing, whenever we are going to find out the mean deviation, we are finding with respect to mean or median. Okay, so this example, in this example, calculate the mean deviation about the median from the following data. Means this is the data, this is the individual data: 340, 150, 210, 240, 300, 310, 320. So this is the individual data, and you have to find out the median mean deviation. So first we will, our first thing is what, we will arrange the observation in ascending order in magnitude. So 340, 150, 210, 240, 300, 310, 320. So we are first arrange it in ascending order: 150, 210, 240, 300, 310, 320, 340. Now here number of terms, n means number of terms. So if we have to find the number of terms, then a number of terms here, it will be n is equal to 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, odd number. So first, because we have to find the mean deviation about median, so first we have to find out the median. So for individual data, formula for median is n plus 1 by 2th term. So n means 7 plus 1 by 2th term. If you will find out the 7 plus 1 by 2th term, it will be 4th term. And here 4th term is first, second, third, 4th term is 300. So the median is m, that is median is 300. So the median is 300. Okay, so we have got the value of median, which is 300. Now how to find out the mean deviation? So in this way, this is the individual data, and with the help of median we have to find out the mean deviation. So now with the help of this formula we will find out the mean deviation. So clearly the middle observation, that is median is 300. So median is 300. So we have to calculate, here we have to calculate the mean deviation. So we will find out xi is given as 340, 150, 210, 240, 300, 310 and 320. So first we will find out the di, because we are finding out the mean deviation with respect to median. So what we will do, xi will be subtracted with median, that is 300, and we will write it in modulus. Okay, modulus means if any negative value will also come, that will also become positive. So 340 minus 300, it will be 40. So 150 minus 300, it will become 150. 210 minus 310, 90. So like this way we have subtracted and we have written the value. Now di is equal to summation of xi minus 300. If you will do the sum of this all, you will get 370. Now mean deviation formula is mean deviation formula is 1 by n summation of mod di. Okay, so 1 by 7 summation of mod xi minus 300, which is 370 by 7, you will find out, then you will get the value 52.8. Okay, similarly one more question is there. In this question also you have to find out the mean deviation with respect to median. So in this question also we will first arrange this data in ascending order, and then afterwards you have, because n is 10 here, and we have already studied in class 9th that how to find out the median if number of terms is even and a number of terms is odd. So in earlier question number of terms are odd, therefore what we have done, n plus 1 by 2th term, that is median. But here the number of term is even, so what is the formula for that? 1 by 2, n by 2 plus 1th term plus n by 2th term. So here n is 10, so 10 by 2 plus 1th term is 10 by 2, that is 5, 5 plus 1, 6th term, 6th term plus 5th term. So if you will find out what is the 6th term, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th term is 48 and 5th term is 46. So 46 plus 48, it will be 46 plus 48. If you will do addition of these two, then you will find out that median is 47. Now we have median 47. So what we have to do, you know that same thing we will do, that is first we will write here xi, then we will find out di, and di is what, modulus of xi minus 47, what we have got now. So same thing we have done here. First I have written here xi, and here I have written di is equal to xi minus 47. So 38 minus 47 is 9, 70 minus 47 is 23. Like this way I have written here. Summation of di is 86. So mean deviation is equal to 1 by n summation of di. So 86 by 10, it is 8.6. So this is all about for individual data. If it is individual data, then we will find out mean deviation like this way. Now we will proceed to find out the mean deviation of a grouped or a continuous frequency distribution. Okay, continuous means there will be an interval like 0 to 6, 6 to 12, 12 to 18, 18 to 24, 24 to 30, and the frequency is given. So how we will find out the mean deviation? Here also we have to find the mean deviation about the median. Okay, so similarly what we will do, first we will make a columns. See how I have made a column, class, mid value. Here it will be class, mid value, frequency, cumulative frequency, mod x minus 14 will be something value, that's why it is written. So and fi mod xi minus 14. So how we have got this? Okay, so here first listen, whenever you are going to solve this type of question, you have to first only draw till here, means you have to draw table till cumulative frequency. Afterwards we will draw these two tables. So first we will write class, that is 0 to 6, 6 to 12, 12 to 8, 18, 18 to 24, 24 to 30. Then mid values means between 0 to 6 there is 3, 6 to 12, 9, 12 to 18 it is 15, 18 to 24, 21, 24 to 30 it is 27. Now frequency is given as 8, 10, 12, 9, 5. Cumulative frequency, you know that how to find out the cumulative frequency, 8. So we will write 8. 8 plus 10 it is 18, 18 plus 12 it is 30, 30 plus 9 it is 39, 39 plus 5 it is 44. So here cumulative frequency is 44, means summation of fi is also 44, that is n is equal to summation of fi, that is 44. Now we have to first find out the median. Okay, so because as I have discussed earlier that how to find out the median, it's very simple to find out the median. N is here and we know that the formula for finding out the median is L plus in bracket you have to write n by 2 minus cf by f into h. So that same formula you have to use for finding out the median, because this is the grouped data. In group data that formula is the only way to find out the median. So we will first find out the median, and afterwards with the help of that median we will find out the mean deviation. So this two table I have drawn with the help of median. So before drawing this two table you should first have to find out the median. So I'm just showing the procedure to finding out the median. So this is the procedure. Here n is 44, so n by 2 is 22. So cumulative frequency is just greater than n by 2 is 30, means how to find out the cumulative, means from here there only you have to find out, like n by 2 is 22. So to find out the median to find out the median, in median what we have to find out, the cumulative frequency which is just greater than, the cumulative frequency which is just greater than 22 is 30. So this is the cumulative frequency. So this one become our median class. This is the lower limit, this is the upper limit. We use lower limit, this one is our L. Okay, and frequency, this frequency is known as F, preceding is CF, this one is known as CF. We have already done this median one in our previous lecture. So this is our CF, means cumulative frequency preceding to this cumulative frequency of the median class is known as CF. Then F is the frequency of the median class, and this lower limit is 12. So we will use all these to find out the median. So here it is, this median formula is L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H. So in place of L I'll write 12. In place of n by 2 we will write, already we have got 22. CF is 12, CF is 18, F is 12, and H is gap is of 6 only. So just put all those values and you will get the value 14. That's why I have written there 14. So now we will prepare a table in which you have to find out xi minus 14, as we have done in earlier question also. So while finding out this we will get the value x minus 14. So x minus 14, if you will do, x means mid value, this mid value is known as x, this one is known as x. So 3 minus 14, it will be 11, 9 minus 14 is 5, 15 minus 14 is 1, 21 minus 14 is 7, 27 minus 14 is 13. Don't think that 3 minus 14 is minus 11, because here it is mod, and in mod anything we will write, we will get the positive value. Now afterwards, because this is a continuous data, you have to multiply f also with this one. So f is multiplied with this. So 3 here f is 8, 8 multiplied by 11 88, 10 multiplied by 5 50, 12 multiplied by 1 is 12, 9 sevens are 63, and 5 13 65. And afterwards just find out the sum of this all. Summation of fi mod xi minus 14 is 278. Now this is all about summation of fi xi. Now we will find out the mean deviation. So mean deviation formula is 1 by n summation of fi mod xi minus 14, that is 278 divided by 14 is equal to 6.318. So like this way we will find out mean deviation of a continuous series. One more question is there, in which there is an interval and you have to find out the mean deviation from mean. Okay, in this question we are not going to find out from median, we are going to find out with mean. So 10 to 12 is 2, 20 to 30 is 3, 30 to 40 is 8, 40 to 50 is 14, and this is the given table. So first we will write here class, that is xi. So means this is class, and then frequency I have written. Mid value is known as xi. Whenever there is a class you have to find out the mid value. So 10 and 20, the mid value is 15, 20 to 30 25, 35 45, this is the mid value. So finding out mean is very simple. Fi into xi we will do it. Fi into xi is this, and I am just finding this with the help of assumed mean method. So I am finding di also. So di, how to find out di? You know that xi minus, we will take the mid value, this 45. So xi minus 45, this it will become this, and afterwards what we will do, fi into di, mod di. So this will be the our table. F means 2. 2 into 30 is 60, 3 into 20 is 60 again, 8 into 10 is 80. Similarly 14 into 0 is 0, 8 into 10 is 80, 3 into 20 is 60, 75 into 2 into 30 is 60 again. So summation of FIDI is 400 and summation of FIXI is 1800. So mean is, you direct, with the help of direct method you can find out mean with the, that is summation of FIXI by summation of FI. So 1800 divided by 40, so mean we have got 45. Okay, and luckily we have got the mid value also 45. So it's all depend on you that how you are going to solve this. Mean is 45, so di we will find xi minus 45, that is like this. And with the help of this only you can find out the mean deviation, that is summation of fi di. Summation of fi, mean deviation is summation of fi di by summation of fi, that is summation of fi xi minus 45 by n. So it will be 400 by 40 is equal to 10. So all this is all about mean deviation of grouped data. Now we will proceed to standard deviation and variance. Variance and standard deviation. Variance and standard deviation are somehow interrelated to each other. The variance of a variate x is the arithmetic mean of the squares of all deviations of x from the arithmetic mean of the observations, and is denoted by var x or sigma square. And if you will do variance root, square root of variance, then you will get standard deviation. Means this variance and standard deviation is also a very easiest method to find out the scatteredness of deviation. So it's very simple also to find out. And in this definition the formula is only represented in the in words. Variance of a variate x is the arithmetic mean of the square of all deviation. Means whatever the formula we are going to study ahead, that formula is only expressed in the term in words. So we will study standard deviation and variance here. So here it is a algorithm that how to find out the variance and standard deviation. So first what you have to do, compute the mean. If x1 x2 xn like this type of data is given, you have to find out the mean. Afterwards you have to take the deviation of the observation, that xi minus x min, means from x you have to subtract the mean value, square the deviation. In mean deviation we are not going to square it, okay, only we are subtracting. And how we are finding out mean, like in same manner we are finding out mean deviation. Only what one thing we have done, that with x we have subtracted the mean or median. But in this way, in this what we will do whatever we have done in mean deviation, but we will do square also, like xi minus x bar whole square. Okay, so square the deviation obtained in step 2 and obtain the sum summation of I is equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar whole square. Divide the sum with the by n. Means whatever done we have done in mean deviation, same thing we are going to do, only one thing we have to include, that is squaring. So it's very simple. Just see one example. With the help of this you will understand more properly how to find out the variance and standard deviation. Okay, so this is the question in which you have to find out the variance and standard deviation of the following observation. Marking of marks of 5 students of the tutorial is given. Marks out of 25. One student have got 8, 12, 13, 15 and 22. So x bar means, first we are going to find out the mean. Mean is what, just sum up all the numbers and just divided by 5, then 14 is the mean. So mean is 14. So we have got the value of mean. Now what we have to do, we have to subtract all xi's with the from this 5, and afterwards we have to square it and sum it. So what we have done here, I have written 8, 12, 13, 15 and 22. from xi, this is xi, and xi, from xi we have subtracted x bar, that is what we have got in mean. So while finding out mean, then it is minus 6, minus 2, minus 1, 1 and 8. Okay, 1 and 8. And yeah, this is the value of xi minus x bar. So this minus 6 is 36 whole square. If you will do 36, 4, 1, 1 and 8 square is 64. So summation of xi minus x bar whole square is 106. Here n is equal to 5 because 5 elements are there, and summation of xi minus x bar whole square is also 106. So variance is 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar whole square. So 106 by 5 equal to 21.2. Standard deviation, how to find? The standard deviation is very simple to find, that is root over variance x. So 21.2, that is 4.604. So this is the way to find out the mean. Now next is find the variance. Now we have to find out the variance and standard deviation for the following data. Again, this data is given. X bar be the mean of the given set of the observation. So first I am going to find out the mean. Just sum up 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 elements are there, so divided by 10, 56 is the mean. So first what we will do, we will write the xi's and x1 xi minus x bar, that is xi minus 56, then this, and just what you have to do, you have to just square it, and after squaring it means 9 square is 81, 2 square 4, 12 144, minus 12 144, 8 64, 11 121, 4 16, and 6 36, 4 16, minus 6 36, and whatever this thing you have get, just add it, then 662 you will get. And afterwards, you know the procedure type, that we have to just divide this 662 by 10 and we will get our variance, and the square root of variance is standard deviation. So n is 10 and this 662. So what we have done, variance is 1 by n summation of xi minus x bar whole square. So 662 divided by 10 is equal to 66.2. So standard deviation will be sigma, which is equal to root over variance x. So it will be 66.2 root, so it will be 8.13. So this is all about how to find out variance and standard deviation of individual data. Now if we have to find out the variance of a discrete frequency distribution, then how we will find? Discrete means what? Discrete means a group of number is there and their frequency is given. Group of 2 is frequency is 4, group of 4 is frequency 4, group of 6 is frequency 5. Means it is not an individual data and it is also not a continuous data. Okay. So how we will do this question? This is also same as we are doing rest of the question. Variables are given. Xi means variable means xi is given, frequency fi is given. So just find out fi by fi into xi. We are not going to do these things. Fi xi is 450. Okay, just what I have done, 2 multiplied by 4 is 8, 4 into 4 is 16, 6 5s are 30, like this, and then this is 450, and n is summation of fi, which is equal to 50. So find out the mean. First find out the mean formula is n is equal to 50, and the summation of fi xi is 450. So x bar is 1 by n summation of fi xi, it is 450 by 50, that is 9. So mean we have got. Now what we will do, because we have to find out the standard deviation, variance, and the requirement is xi minus x bar whole square. So xi minus x bar, what we have got, 9. So 2 minus 9 is minus 7, 4 minus 9 is minus 5, 6 minus 9 is minus 3, 8 minus 9 is minus 1, 10 minus 9 is 1. Like this I have written. Then is what I have done, whole square. If it is individual data, then till here only we will do, we have to just add all these numbers and our work is finished. But this is discrete data, there here frequency is also given, so we have to multiply this data with fi. Okay, so here f is given, and xi minus x bar whole square is also given. So 4 into 49 is 196, 4 into 2500. Like this way I have written all the numbers, and here I have done summation of fi xi minus x bar whole square, that is 754. Now, it's very simple to find out the variance. It's very simple to find out the variance. What you have to do, fi xi minus x bar whole square is 754. So variance of x is 1 by n summation of fi xi minus x bar whole square. So that is 754 by 50, which is equal to 15.08. And if you have to find out the standard deviation, then root over variance x, root over 15.08 is equal to 3.88. So this is the overall idea of standard deviation and variance. You just have to keep in your mind that this is measure this is a tool for measuring deviation, scatteredness of the deviation. And with the help of standard deviation, variance, mean deviation, we can find out scatteredness of the deviations. So it's very simple also. We just variance square root is a standard deviation, and standard deviation is more frequently used as comparison to mean deviation. So this is all about today's class. Next day we will come up with new topic in statistics. Thank you.